Welcome to Hearts and Stripes, your one-stop shop for all things military marriage. I hope our discussions and interviews equip you with the tools to start or grow a beautiful marriage as we address the benefits and challenges of MILF marriage. I believe life's most precious moments are worth celebrating, so I'll help you design your marriage blueprint in alignment with your core values. Thank you for joining us, and remember to rate, subscribe, and review. Let's do this. Hello, everyone. This is Bree Carroll, your host of Hearts and Stripes podcast, and welcome to Hearts and Stripes. I am just so filled up, pumped up, coming off of a great week. We counted down Military Marriage Day, and on Friday, August 14th, we celebrated our very first year for Military Marriage Day. Guys, that's such a huge deal, such a huge accomplishment, and I'm so happy to be on the other side of that. My wheels are already turning for the next year, but this episode, we're going to break down some of the highlights, some of the high points of it, and kind of give you an overview of what we did for Military Marriage Day. If you weren't able to join in and maybe you missed out some of the things, we'll definitely link to the great information and guests that we had. We had some amazing giveaways. You probably heard about them in the previous two episodes, but this is really going to just go over specifically our virtual celebration that we held on August the 14th, presented by First Command and Armed Forces Insurance. So we're going to share some clips of some awesome moments, some greetings, some celebrity greetings, get some feedback from you guys so that you can kind of hear what people were thinking as they were watching this virtual celebration go on. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what is to come with military marriage. So before we jump into all of that, I just wanted to give a huge thank you. And I don't want to name, I'm going to name a few, but I know I'm going to miss someone, so I don't want to leave anyone out. Huge thank you to Corey Weathers. She is amazing, of Life Giver podcast. She just does so much in this military and first responder community, and she is really a mentor of mine and now friend who has started that conversation, or from my perspective, has started the conversation on relationships and wellness with her background of being a clinician. And she's the one who kind of set the stage for a lot of these things. And she's been a tremendous help in getting some of the things with Military Marriage Day together. Definitely is an amazing sounding board for me because I can come up with some crazy ideas sometimes, guys. I'm really a big thinker, and she's always there to just listen, to encourage, and I so appreciate that. I have to give a huge thank you to Maxine Reyes, who from Happily Joint. She is such a calm spirit, a very in order, very much so orderly. And sometimes I can just be all over the place, guys. So she is also another great person to have on board with and supporting Military Marriage Day. And then, of course, Maria Reed, thank you so much. She was also a co-host for Military Marriage Day. And her production skills, guys, if you have not seen Moving with the Military, you are missing out. She does a phenomenal job. I have no clue why this is not on HGTV or any of these major DIY networks. She does a fantastic job, and her crew is just second to none, really. I thank her so much for her professionalism, for doing the production side of what you saw for Military Marriage Day. And I'm naming these people just to say that it's not just me. Yes, I am the founder of Military Marriage Day, and I've had to come from behind the mic a little bit, if you will, and onto the screen to just really share my heart for marriage and my passion for seeing couples thrive. Military marriages should thrive, not just exist, not just be tossed around and told where to go and struggle in silence. I want to see military marriages thrive. And that's what this podcast is all about. That's why we started it. But more than that, I wanted to take it outside of just these airwaves of you listening to it to something that people can experience. And in that is how we came up with Military Marriage Day. It was my brainchild, a crazy idea that I had that I bounced around with a couple of people and got with these key individuals that I've named to kind of develop it to what you see now. Also, huge thank you to Lakeisha Cole of She PR. She was definitely another one of my sounding board people who could point me in the right direction. So many people, Armed Forces Insurance, Military Spouse of the Year team. They are phenomenal. They have supported me as the 2020 Armed Forces Insurance Air Force Spouse of the Year. Military Marriage Day truly has been a part of me executing the platform that I'd set out to do. Despite this pandemic and COVID-19, they have been amazing supporters, and I so appreciate them, everything that they do to help this come to life. So yes, huge thank you to everyone. I probably said it before. I'm going to keep saying it again, just because it's so valuable. And one of the things I think that I've enjoyed most watching Military Marriage Day go from an idea in my head to something that people are experiencing is that it brought the community together in a very unique way. And I say that because military spouses, I love that we are celebrated, and oftentimes we're not acknowledged, or we don't have something that celebrates the active duty member and the military spouse. They're always separate. And I think Military Marriage Day gives an awesome opportunity for not just organizations who support the military spouse, which are very needed, but it also gave a open eye or a way in for those organizations that specifically support the military member to now join in this conversation together of how collectively can we put our resources together, support, highlight, recognize these couples. And I really loved seeing one, just the various couples sharing. We had a lot of people sharing their favorite pictures together and hashtagging Military Marriage Day or hashtag Happy Military Marriage Day. That was amazing. And to see organizations, bloggers, companies, just all types of people that are in the military community sharing Military Marriage Day was truly the highlight to me of this initial year. It's our first year celebrating, and I could not have been more proud to kind of have seen it come together. But the real MVP, let me pause one time. The real MVP, I would have to say, is my husband. And I have to take a second and thank him so much, because I would not be able to do what I do if I did not have the support of my husband. Oftentimes when I am speaking or you hear me at an engagement, I always like to list out my credentials just so people get an idea of who I am. But one of the things that I am most proud of, and I kind of say for last, especially when I'm talking about relationships, is that I have had 6 consecutive years of being happily married. And I know that doesn't sound like an accolade that people would usually say right before a talk. Normally they're talking about their degrees and certifications and stuff. But I think there's so much value in those 6 consecutive years of being happily married, because everybody can't say that. And I would be a fool if I did not recognize that that is special, that what we have is important, and to make sure that I am intentional about caring for that. So, honey, he's honey to me. He's Donovan Carroll to you. But thank you so much for your love, for your support, for your encouragement, for telling me that I can, for reeling me back in when I'm doing too much, for having me acknowledge my value, for being a sounding board and giving me the male perspective sometime, or the active duty member perspective. Just all that you do, for being an amazing father. Let's talk about that. For being an amazing brother, for being an advocate for this community, for wanting to be a teacher and lead in the way that you lead. I could brag about my husband forever, but he would so get on me because he does listen to the podcast. So I'm not going to give specifics, but he is amazing. And I feel like we should all start getting more comfortable with acknowledging our spouses publicly, because they are so deserving of it, and because it really fuels our relationships. So to the real MVP, Donovan Carroll, thank you so much, honey, for all of your love and your support, and for helping to make Military Marriage Day possible through your encouragement and through your support. So now that I've gotten some of those thank yous out of the way, we are going to jump into some of the highlights that we have from Military Marriage Day virtual celebration. Let's listen in.
Glorious greetings. My name is Jay Pratt, and today I will be sharing a poem with you that I wrote for Military Marriage Day. I just separated from the Air Force myself this past January, and in about 10 months, my husband's final enlistment will also be up. We are currently stationed in Missouri, and I want to thank Bree for this opportunity. I'll go ahead and get started. The first portion of my short poem, it focuses on the 4 categories that Bree highlighted, and after that I just added a little piece of my own, so I hope you all enjoy it. Celebrate. I wish to honor you, my spouse, and us, our union. You are my partner, my friend. What I am able to give you does not sufficiently express my gratitude. So although it too often goes unsaid, I want to say it now, out loud. Thank you. Thank you for getting up each day and doing what you do for me. Thank you for enduring this military lifestyle. Thank you for doing what many cannot and most would not. Thank you for your selflessness and doing what is necessary for this marriage. I do not take you for granted, but instead appreciate your commitment and sacrifice. Connect. No one knows me like you do. You finish more than just my sentences, and you keep me warm in more ways than none. You fulfill my needs and bond with me despite some of my stubborn ways. My senses are heightened, hairs standing, goosebumps rising, and surroundings silenced when you gently kiss my neck or grab my hand, or when you simply remind me of my worth to you. No one knows me like you do. Grow. As individuals, we were very different and underdeveloped. But as one, we have developed and progressed day after day, improving our relationships with others and accomplishments within ourselves. We are encountering more ways and people to further enhance our relationship. We are growing and will continue to grow. Build. This is only the beginning. Our roots are planted, foundation grounded. May the watering and nourishing continue. Excitement showers me as I imagine what our future holds and what we will achieve together. There is no limit to what we can establish now that we have learned to optimize one another's potential and reveal our best selves. We are building and will continue to build. MMD, Military Marriage Day. Being in a military marriage typically means you're able to have meaningful roles and trainings even in your early years. Memories throughout the years that most people merely dream of one day making, dreams becoming a reality as you visit beautiful places you may have never even heard of. Your experiences often allow you to witness miracles around our nation and around the world. Meet incredible people you would have otherwise never came across. Determine what geographical areas best fit you for you and your family when it's all over. What comes with a military marriage is mind-blowing, memorable, and difficult. Being in a military marriage typically means missing celebrations and quality time with other family members. Many miles apart for many months at a time to accomplish missions you often misunderstand, distance within a home due to poorly conveyed depression, anxiety, and PTSD thanks to the recent geographical distance. Many couples are often miscommunicating and lashing out as both parties lead lives and roles new to them. Merely wanting to be back home with friends and loved ones, deciding which low-income and less than ideal job the dependent spouse will pursue thanks to another PCS move. This military marriage is not always easy. But with you, it's worth it. I wish to honor you, my spouse, and us, our union. Happy Military Marriage Day.
I am Taya Kyle, and I'm the executive director of what was the Chris Kyle Frog Foundation. It's now Taya and Chris Kyle Foundation, Service Family Strong. We're dedicated to helping military marriages, so I'm particularly honored and blessed to be a part of this video to wish you all a happy military marriage.
Hello, beautiful people. It's Major, Grammy-nominated singer and actor here, and I want to take this time to salute military couples. August 14th marks the start of a tradition that I think is well-deserved, celebrating military marriages. Happy Military Marriage Day. This new holiday celebrated on August the 14th recognizes and celebrates your commitment to one another and serving this nation. I'd love to give you a reminder of just how special love is with a song that has taken me all over the world. And without further ado, here's just a taste of it. This is why I love you. This is why I love you, because you love me, you love me. I salute you, and I salute your love. Here's to many more forevers. Now that's Major.
Okay, everyone, this is not an EYS, but it is feedback time. So we would love to get your feedback on Military Marriage Day. And this is simply how you can do it. You can hop on that link and send us a voicemail or send us an email to militarymarriageday@gmail.com. That's militarymarriageday@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback so that we can incorporate that into our 2021 celebration. Wow, guys, that was just a taste of what we got during Military Marriage Day. I'm so grateful to Jade Pratt for that amazing poem. She was just one of several performers who gave us a little treat with our spouses. Taya Kyle, you can listen to the remainder of her story and the advice that she gave, which was so awesome to hear. Storytelling was really at the heart of what we wanted to do in this celebration so that couples could relate to one another, hear similar experiences, and find a little hope that they could go on and do some amazing things in their relationship. And then Major, one of several celebrity guests, if you will, that we had, hop in there and just really give us some warm greetings and make us feel appreciated. So I'll just leave you guys with this as we wrap up August. I know that Military Marriage Day is August the 14th, but every day you can be a little more intentional about celebrating your union, celebrating your love for one another, our unique challenges, and the adventure that we get to go on as military couples. There will be no EYS for this episode. I know I will be sure to give you a prompt next week, but for now, I just hope that you guys enjoy one another, enjoy August, this little bit of break that we have before school starts, and maybe life gets a little crazier. Please stay safe out there. And everyone, I hope you enjoyed Military Marriage Day. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to rate, subscribe, and review. This is Hearts and Stripes. We are the few, the proud, that aim high and are forged by love. Always ready, always there. We are Mill Marriage Strong.